Guys, welcome to a brand new topic on journalism. So this series is going to be in parts. So this is the first part, so do well to watch till the end. Journalism is the production and distribution of reports on the interaction of events, facts, ideas, and people that are the news of the day and that inform the society to at least some degree of accuracy. The word a noun applies to the occupation, profession, or not. The method of gathering information and the organizing literary styles. The appropriate role for journalism varies from country to country, as the perception of the production and the resulting status. In some nations, the news media are controlled by the government and are not independent. In others, news media are independent of the government and operate as private industry. In addition, countries may have differing implementations of laws handling the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, as well as slander and libel cases. The proliferation of the internet and smartphone has brought significant changes to the media landscape since the turn of the 21st century. This has created a shift in the consumption of print media channels, as people increasingly consume news through the e-readers, smartphones, and other personal electronic devices, as opposed to the more traditional formats of newspapers, magazines, or television news channels. News organizations are challenged to fully monetize their digital wing, as well as improve on the content in which they publish in print. Newspapers have seen print revenue sink at a faster pace than the rate of growth for digital revenues. Production. Journalistic conventions vary by country. In the United States, journalism is produced by media organizations or by individuals. Bloggers are often regarded as journalists. The Federal Trade Commission requires that bloggers who write about products received as promotional gifts disclose as they receive the product for free. This is intended to eliminate conflicts of interest and protect the consumers. In the US, many credible news organizations and incorporated entities have an editorial board and exhibit separate editorial and advertising departments. Many credible news organizations or their employees often belong to and abide by the ethics of professional organizations such as the American Society of News Editors, the Society of Professional Journalists, Investigative Reporters and Editors, or the Online News Association. Many news organizations also have their own code of ethics that guide the journalist's professional publications. For instance, the New York Times Code of Standards and Ethics is considered particularly rigorous when crafting news stories regardless of the medium. Fairness and bias are issues of concern to journalists. Some stories are intended to represent the author's own opinion, and others are more neutral or feature balanced points of view. In a traditional print newspaper and online version, information is divided into sections. This makes it clear the distinction between content based on facts and on opinion. In other media, many of these distinctions break down. Readers should pay careful attention to headings and other design elements to ensure that they understand the journalist's intent. Opinion pieces are generally written by regular columnists or appear in a section titled op-ed. This reflects a journalist's own opinion and ideology, while feature story, breaking news, and hard news story typically make effort to remove opinion from the copy. According to Robert McChesney, health journalism is a domestic country must provide an option of people in power and who wish to be in power, must include a range of opinion, and must regard the informational needs of all the people. Many debates center on whether journalists are supposed to be objective and neutral. Arguments include that the fact that journalists produce news out and as part of a particular social content, and that they are guided by professional code of ethics and do their best to represent all legitimate points of view. Additionally, the ability to render a subject complex and fluid narrative with sufficient accuracy is sometimes challenged by the time available to spend with the subject, the affordances or constraints, or the medium used to tell the story, and to evolving nature of people's identity forms. These are several forms of journalism with diverse audiences. Journalism is said to serve the role of fourth estate, acting as a watchdog on the workings of the government. A single publication, such as newspaper, contains many forms of journalism, each of which may be presented in different formats. Each action of a newspaper, magazine, or website caters to the different audiences. Some forms include access journalism, journalism whose self-censor are voluntarily speaking about issues that may embrace their hosts, guests, or powerful politicians or business persons. Advocacy journalism, writing to advocate particular viewpoints or influence the opinions of the audience. Broadcast journalism, written or spoken journalism for radio or television. Business journalism, tracks, records, analyzes and interprets the business, economic and financial activities and changes that take place in society. Citizen journalism, participatory journalism. Data journalism, the practice of finding stories in numbers and using these numbers to tell the story. Data journalists may use data to support their reporting. They may also report about uses and misuses of data. The US news organization ProPublic is also known as pioneer of data journalism. Drone journalism, use of drones to capture journalism footage. Gonzo journalism, first championed by Hunter S. Thompson. Gonzo journalism is a highly personal style of reporting. Interactive journalism, a type of online journalism that is represented on the web. Investigative journalism, in-depth reporting that uncovers social problems. Photojournalism, the practice of telling the story through images. Political journalism, coverage of all aspects of public and political science. Science journalism, coverage reporting about science to the public. Sport journalism, writing that reports on matters pertaining to sporting topics and competition. Student journalism, the practice of journalism by students at an educational institution, often covering topics particularly relevant to the student body. Tabloid journalism, writing that is light-hearted and entertaining, considered less legitimate than mainstream journalism. Yellow journalism, writing which emphasize exaggerated claims or rumors. Global journalism, journalism that encompasses a global outlook focusing on international issues. war journalism, the covering of wars and armed conflicts. Social media. The rise of social media has drastically changed the nature of journalistic reporting, giving rise to so-called citizen journalists. In a 2014 study of journalists in the United States, 40% of participants claim that they rely on social media as a source, with over 20% depending on microblogs to collect facts. From this, the conclusion can be drawn that breaking news nowadays often stems from user-generated content, including videos and pictures posted online in social media. However, through 69.2% of the surveyed journalists agree that social media allow them to correct to their audience. Only 30% thought that it had positive influence on news credibility. In addition to this, a 2021 study done by Pew Research Center shows that 86% of Americans are getting their news from digital devices. Consequently, this has resulted in arguments to consider journalism as a process distributed among many authors, including the socially mediating public, rather than as individual products and articles written by dedicated journalists. Because of these changes, the credibility ratings of news outlets has reached an all-time low. A 2014 study revealed that only 22% of Americans reported a great deal or quite a lot of confidence in other television news or newspapers. So guys, this is the first part on the series of journalism. So watch out for part 2, continuing from fake news. We're going to look at fake news aspect. So guys, thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share and follow me up on my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye.